do a pin hip. You can do them in 8 months, 6, 7, 8 months. It's going to tell you exactly how much of the ball is in that joint. And it's not some doctors, a doctor that's 2 years into practice, 5 years into practice, and 10 years into practice, looking at it, giving a subjective opinion. Is very scientific. It's going to tell you exactly how much is in there.
But you got so many breeders that kind of just refuse to in the Corso. So it's probably...
Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. It's going to have to be done. I see what's coming. See, here's the thing. The Honorable Jihad Muhammad told us that history is best qualified to reward our research. He said, when you see something far off, take note of it. Take note of it. As the people become more knowledgeable of the Corso, they're going to require more from us as breeders. I'm telling you, right now, I would not buy a Rottie from a person that does not have health checks on a male and female. Because if it comes to that breed, I'm high enough in the game and I know enough and I'm connected enough to I can require more.
Right. So, what are your thoughts on the future of the Corso as you see it now?
It's going in 1,000 directions.
That's what it is. Okay.
It's going in 1,000 directions. You can look at litters and you can see puppies. You may pick a puppy and 2 different puppies and you can put them on the same diet. And one of the puppies will be really nice and the other one would look like shit. And if you say these puppies are from the same litter, you're gonna have to argue about it because it don't look nothing alike. There's nothing consistent about it. Yeah. It's any minute, mighty mo. So with education, we can fix it. We can get ahead. We can get ahead of the curve and fix it. Even if it's just 5 of us, or 3 of us, or 2 of us. I already said it's crowded at the bottom.
It is.
This is why a lot of people are having problems with sales because it's crowded at the bottom. As you go to the top, you get a different clientele. The last litter that I sold when I went viral, if you look at my TikTok, 700,000 views, puppies sold like hotcakes. Some of the people that came to me, Nevada, California, they said there are people out there selling Corsos that don't look half as good as what we have in Arkansas.
For about,
and they sell 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, they sell them. Yeah,
and,
for real.
And the lady out of Nevada told me said they look like Labrador.
I'm telling you, man.
So here's what I'm suggesting, brother. Here's what I'm suggesting. If we get a litter, and we get a litter of 6, 7 puppies, 8 puppies, we got to set aside some money for travel. If you're building now, you got to set aside some money for marketing, networking.
You do.
Going to shows, and then getting that dog. When I say getting that dog, I mean getting that dog. In the riding world in Arkansas, there's only 2 male champions in the whole fucking state. They did not produce the champion. They bought them when they was already champions. So what I'm saying is this: when you look at these pedigrees, what are we doing? We're pointing to somebody else's shit. This is a dog that Joe Blow owned that we don't know nothing about. There's a champion. This is a dog. We never met the dog. Sometimes we never met the person that owned the dog. Yeah. Right? What I'm saying is we got the opportunity to produce our own fucking shit. Our own champions. There are 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 brothers in the whole state of Arkansas that are showing Rotties in secret and winning. Okay. Out of the whole state. You look at these pedigrees and you say, this is this, and this dog has this achievement and this achievement. This is what raises the value of the dog. You can't say shows don't matter. Unless you're a hypocrite. You can't say it don't matter. You know why? Because every dog we pointing to in this pedigree that we say is top, they're proven dogs. They had to do something. They weren't sitting at home on the couch or tied up to a tree. They had some achievements. And this is why we point to them. It ain't difficult. A lot of us are intimidated because we think, oh man, it's straight politics. Oh, it's this, it's that. It's hard to do this. It ain't as hard as you think it is. The team that I took down in Georgia, everybody was a little timid. But everybody went down there and brought back something. Yeah.
And you can get people to show your dog, you know?
Right. There you go. Yeah. Like the one woman that has this champion in Arkansas, she has dogs in Serbia that are being trained. Right? It's the same thing with the Corsos.
Right.
You may produce a dog here, send him over there for 6 months, a year, put some titles on him, get his health checks, bring him back. If one person did that, they would have a top dog in the state. One person. In terms of female champions with the Rotties, there's a female named Allie out of BB. She needs 1 point to become a champion. There's nobody else in the Rottie world can say that they took a female in the state of Arkansas and did secrets.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is, we can come to the top if we ain't scared. What the hell are we scared of? If the money is coming, if you got the right dogs and the money is coming in, it's nothing to take, and it's to put together some money. We're gonna take a plane trip here or there, anywhere in the country where they showing it. Our first 2 times, we're gonna get close to the judge. We want to see what the judge say, what the judge is looking at, what he's looking for. We already studying the breed standard from the FCI perspective. We know that you can do the doc here in the United States and still win. So now we go, and the first time we go, we're looking at what the judge is looking for.
Let me ask you this, Jihad. I didn't mean to cut you off. You got a young person that's listening to you right now. It is gonna happen. And they say, okay, well, I'm gonna find me a breeder. And I'm gonna do everything you told me. Now, they gonna need to start with a dog eventually.
Right.
Would you tell them what should they start with?
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I'm gonna be real with you. If I was starting from scratch and I knew what I know now, dealing with one of the breeds, before I made a purchase, I'd go to a few shows. I go to a few shows. I would, especially if you're young, I would consider taking the game all the way. Because in the next 3 years, so you got to think. Don't think about right now. You got to think, what I want to be at 2 years from now, where I want to be at 3 years from now. Then you look around and you see nobody is there. Ain't nobody in the state there. Damn. So now you start planning. When you go to the show, you're going to see dogs at the show that stick out. You're going to be able to look at the paperwork and say, oh, shit, okay. When I go to these Rottie shows, I look for TK shit. She pumping a lot of shit in the United States. When the guy came and brought me that dog to my door, I asked him, I said, brother, how many dogs you bring? He said, I brought 5. He had a van. He's driving all over the country delivering dogs. He told me, he said, man, I got a Corso. He said, I got a Corso. My partner is in an apartment now. He's trying to get rid of her. I said, what you want for her? He showed me pictures, videos, and he said, man, I'll bring this dog to you and to your front door for $3,000. I said, euros? He said, no, US dollars. Why? You want to pick from dogs that, number one, they have the health tech, they have the health checks. Why is that important? Because if I can go to this Pedigree and I can say, look, man, these dogs right here were tested, health tested, they passed their test. Most of these dogs got titles. They passed their BST, they passed BH, they did this and they did that. These dogs got it. These dogs got it. Look, I got Michael Cunyon, Von House Leroy. I got some Piccolo. I got Piccolo in there. This is the other dog that I got out there. His daddy, that's a champion. Cedra, she's a champion. Okay, now, when I come over here, I know that these dogs here are health tested. Both of them fully health tested. Mm-hmm. I got this female. Why the hell would I be, why the hell would I break the fucking chain and not health test my dog when everything in the fucking Pedigree is health tested? Right. And I know it ain't gonna take them about $300-400 to fucking health test this dog. It don't make sense. We going to fucking cheap right out and we screwing ourselves. Right. Because it comes back and bite you. I'm gonna tell you how it come back. If I can say all of this shit been health tested, I can say genetically, I can damn near guarantee this dog gonna be good. I can say my puppies, all this shit is health tested. This dog is good. Now she's B4 rated. We got this when we went to Georgia. I'm going down to, but I want you to relate this to the Corso now. I'm going to Nashville in front of 2 judges over one weekend. And I already looked and saw what I'm going up against. If I get V-rated by any one of those judges, she multi-V-rated. I mean, 2 different judges from around the world have looked at her and they've said she's excellent. Right? Now watch this. Okay. Now, Thursday, because I was supposed to go and deliver a puppy Thursday, the last Thursday of the month in Dallas, as a guy there that just got hips and elbows did on one of his partner dogs. He got a damn good vet. If I got to drop that puppy off, I'm going early in the morning. I'm already have it scheduled to get our hips and elbows done because what? She turned 15 months on the 17th. No, I can't get an OFA, but I can send it to Germany and I can let Germany grade it. And Germany is respected all over the world. So why, if I can get it did at 15 months, why wait until 24 months and deal with OFA? Right. If you get your hips and elbows did FCI at 15 months, why you waiting until 24 months? You can have an injury there anywhere. Yeah. Now let me tell you about this OFA shit. Go ahead. You got to understand this. When it comes down to the OFA, everything is about documentation. When you do those mouth swabs, the DNA, to see if the dog got any defects, and you send that in, that's it. They're going to either your dog is good or it's not good. It goes into the database. So I can take your dog, if you tell me, man, my dog is clear, I can take your dog. Look at that number. Run it through the OFA, and they're going to tell me whether it's good or not. See what I'm saying? Yeah. I ain't got to take your word. I can look. They want that microchip in there, or they want that damn tattoo. And ain't no switching that dog up. And the vets ain't gonna put their license on the line for you. So now, once I got the multi-V rated, I turn around in October and say, if I don't do it myself, if I say, man, there's a show coming in Dallas in October, I already know that. I could put me some money up. August and September, I can send her off to a professional handler. Say, look, man, I want to let her show her. Yeah. This one I'm paying you to get her ready. She get the BST, which is the breed suitability test, that they do all the numbers and say you can breed her. She good to go. I get that, I'm gonna give you a bonus. See what I'm saying? Put it on her. Now, once you put that on her, you look in your area and say, okay, how many dogs in this area got this? And ain't that many. Let's just say you did hips and elbows. Let's say it was 3 breeders in Arkansas, and we started talking and we started looking at all the breeders, and nobody had no health tests on hips and elbows. And we got the one right dog, and we did hips and elbows on that dog. You the man. At that point, listen, At that point, you the man because you got something that's been scientifically tested and proven.
So what?
Talk, I don't give a damn about all that talk. We can all hype our dogs up. We can talk shit. We can hype our dogs up. I want to see what the numbers look like. I want to see what the structure look like. I want to see what the drive look like. I want to see everything. We can all hype our shit up. We can get people to hype our shit up. But at the end of the day, you got to know whether you got that dog.
So doing all that, what does that do for your program?
Number one, you ain't sending out dogs that's going to have hips and elbows that's going to break down. See, you got to keep in mind, everything that you put out, it got your name on it. Mm-hmm. See, I made the mistake chasing money. I took Sultan to some bullshit, trying to get my money right. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Or somebody pull up, hey man, I'm gonna give you so-and-so the breed, man. I want to breed with him. And you look at that female and you know that bitch garbage. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But you need, you breed to her now. The puppies produce. When people look at the pedigree, that shit got your goddamn name on it.
So basically, when you're not shortcutting it too, though,
you can't shortcut it.
It's gonna bring the value of your program.
It's gonna bring the value of your kennel and everything you produce up.
Yeah, doing it the right way.
There are certain breeders. If I say in the Rottweiler world, in the Corso world, if I say, I don't even know if they're breeding that. If I say Stanley Pat Neff, no, excuse me. If I say Stanley Pat Bloodline, Stanley Pat kennel, we know they had a kennel in Moscow, Russia, and then they had a kennel in Dallas, right? Mm-hmm. If you say they fucking name, motherfuckers in the Corso world that done had experiences with them dogs, it ain't no question, ain't no arguing, ain't no debating whether you should pay top dollar for their dog, for what they producing. It ain't. Mm-hmm. Motherfucker, no. If you look at Scaniophis, when I first got into the Corso, I had heavy Stanley Pat line, I had heavy Scaniophis Brutus 2 line. I didn't really know how valuable they was. Mm-hmm. I didn't know. Mm-hmm. Man, I had a dude that sold milk. My first Corso, I paid less than $1,500 for it. Mm-hmm. He didn't know what he had. Mm-hmm. He had a direct son off of Stanley Pat Neff. The people was trying to bring some of their family members over here from Russia, and they needed the money. Mm-hmm. The mama had hopped up and stepped on his feet, so he had a slight little limp. They sold their brother their dog for $2,800. Mm. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Direct son of Stanley Pat Neff. Beautiful. You don't see Corsos like that. Was 10 years ago when I got a dog off him. He recently just died like about 4 months ago. Mm-hmm. But that was probably the best Corso I saw in Arkansas. Mm-hmm. And the dude didn't know what he had. Mm-hmm. We went to BB, and there was a lady that had a Corso named Como. And they gave it to him with the paperwork and all. ICCF registered. It was a descendant from Scaniophis Brutus 2. It's that black Corso with the diamond in his chest, champion out, and all of these different registries, right from Gulfport, Mississippi. I bred both of them together. Super nice dogs. I ran into a problem on that breeding with the puppies fizzing up because I was basically new in the game. I didn't know. Damn, the puppy freezing up. I didn't know what it was. I didn't understand it. I lost a lot of puppies.
What do you mean freezing up? What do you mean?
Like, sometimes you'll pick up a puppy and the puppy look dead. He's just throat stiff.
Yeah.
And if you don't know no better, you'll take that puppy and throw him in the garbage can. Mm-hmm. Or do whatever, however you dispose of him. That puppy sometimes still alive.
Yeah.
Start rubbing him, and he'll start moving for blood circulation.
Right.
Yeah. And it happens a lot when people have puppies in a room that's too cold or They may just initially have blood circulating problems, and you just need to keep them warm during that initial first 7 to 8 days, so you don't lose them. So I had that experience, and I lost a bunch of puppies. The 2 that I wind up selling turned out to be very nice puppies. But as I said, I didn't understand pedigree and all of this stuff. You can take 2 top bloodlines and put them together and produce bullshit. You can.
Oh yeah.
You can put. I had a dog that she had German and Serbian lines. Very nice pedigree. That don't mean shit. Don't mean nothing.
Yeah.
You got to look at the pedigree, and you got to say, what are these dogs known for? The dog that I was telling you about, that I said had the horrible bites, I did my own fucking research. They known for horrible bites. Just because a person take 1 or 2 puppies out of a litter and hold it up, that don't mean that those 2 puppies are a good representation of that litter. They taking the best 2 puppies. I already know the game. And they holding it up, and you thinking in your head that all the other puppies are like that.
No.
That's what happened when you got a scattered litter. That's what happened when your pedigree is scattered. That's what happened when you don't got no line breeding going on. That's what happens when you're not breeding scientifically.
You need some line breeding. I went to a kennel out in Michigan, man. I bought a dog. I say his name. Johan Hernandez. Archaic. Man, I hit that yard. I went around the corner and I looked up at all those kennels, right? Man, the consistency in them dogs was insane. They all looked alike. They all looked alike. I mean,
and you know when you get there, when you see a litter like that, because it's hard to pick a puppy. Ain't no one puppy just standing out on his own.
Yeah.
So when we talking about consistency, that's what I'm expecting out of that litter.
Yes.
See, this is supposed to be the top litter as far as the riders in Arkansas right now. My guy that started out doing shows and making all this shit happen, he posted the other day a female that just got here. It's gonna be a line breeding too.
Yeah.
TK, Bad Boys, the daddy, he's a multi-champ. But it's a line breeding. You're gonna see New Yorker running through it 3 times at the bottom and at the top. And to show you how crazy it is, people were buying sperm off of New Yorker, brother, and they were saying he was a world champion. He was not a world champion. If you talk to people, you would go right now into some of the writer groups, and people are posting right now that they have this dog got puppies, that this dog is a direct son or daughter of New Yorker, and New Yorker was a world champion. He was not. He came in 2nd place.
Yeah.
But these are people that have been breeding for 20 years saying this. They ain't studied.
Right. And
all
that's
the information, all the data, everything is there. There's no reason why we should get it wrong. When it comes down to these breedings, if we do it scientifically, we won't get it wrong. Right.
And then another thing that like the new breeders should know too is that sometimes you can have this producer dog.
Say it again.
Sometimes you can have a dog that's a known good producer.
Right.
And most people say, well, I need to go get a son off him. But me, I think different. I want to go straight to him. I don't want the son. I want him.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. And when you think about that, here's the mistake that people make. People come to my yard all the time and look at a dog and a male and they say, I want a puppy off of him. That's fine. But now, they ain't talking about the female.
That's what, hey.
Female out the equation.
Yeah. That's what I was asking you earlier
Listen,
so
the female, listen, bro, if you start in a program, people come to me, they say they want to breed. They want a male. The thinking is fucked up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this language.
Right. It's all right.
Your foundation is your female. That's your producer. I mean, I could go get a male from anywhere. I can find somebody can have the top nice male. I look at him, his structure right, decent pedigree, all that. If he hard up and he got a bill, I throw him $1,500, he gonna let me breed to him.
Yeah.
But that
for real.
female,
that female, she's the key.
When we get that paperwork, when we get our paperwork, AKC, ICCL, FCI, whatever it is, who do they list as the breeder? They list the breeder as the person that owns the female.
The female, yeah.
So all your juice, then this is the problem that I have with the professionals is if you know that the female is the foundation, why you put more emphasis on that male?
Because that's what the people think.
They don't know no better.
They don't know no better. And that female too, you as you go along, you can keep what you want off her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The breeder get first pick. I don't give a damn what nobody says.
You there with the puppy 6 to 8 weeks. You know the puppy better than anybody.
You know, hey, that's something I need to tell because I'm not a very old breeder.
Hey, listen, the day that you come to pick from my kennel, that top puppy might have a stomach ache.
Right.
We don't know.
And that's the thing.
He might have a bad day.
That's right. If you going to pick a puppy, ask the breeder which is the best puppy. He knows.
Listen, they would not listen.
Yeah.
I tell him, I said, look. I said, man, look. I say, and we lose clients like this. I know I lose clients.
Yeah.
Somebody called me and they say, I said, what are you looking for? Tell me what you're looking for. They can't explain to me what they're looking for, or they can explain to me what they're looking for. And I said, based upon what you're telling me, I recommend this puppy, and here's why. The Corsos that I posted today, the 2 females I was gonna keep, that I decided to sell one. The one that I'm selling is the biggest. The other one is not bigger, but you know what? I done studied her long enough to know she's smarter.
You know.
She is smarter.
Right. Yeah.
So if you see the female was biting on my pants leg, and somebody wants to bite work, and they don't know, they don't understand the thinking of the Corso, they're gonna say, man, oh, that motherfucker already biting on his pants leg. That's the one I want.
Yeah. Our people go by side.
I want the one with drive, structure, smart, more athletic. She will that fun female will run all day. When it comes down to colors, I try to tell people, oh man, they don't care. They just want a black or blue. And I'm like, bro, don't focus on color, because if you just go and you just getting into the dog and you strictly focus on the color, you're gonna miss bite, structure, temperament. I could give you a big ass Corso. Look good when you look at it. If you don't know what you're looking for,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
And this is for the people. Like, we stand on topic. If you developing your program, this is what you need to be listening to, because you can't pick like it, just a general customer.
And this is why you have to really think about the process of what you're doing, and think long term, and really be strategic about it, because it's just like I have people come to me for bullies all the time because I had some. I had 3 bullies that was given to me. One of them was pregnant. I gave them motherfuckers back. I could have sold them. Yeah. I gave them motherfuckers back.
Why is that?
One of them was on a hog. I'm talking about, I got videos. Mad drive. The male got into it with my fucking big ass rock out there. When I broke them up, he went back and shook like this and ran for some more. And he was a pocket. I had some of the baddest shit in Arkansas, and I gave it away because I studied the bully. It's not for me.
Yeah.
See, every dog ain't for you. Every breed ain't for you. You got to understand that.
Yeah, I learned that too.
And I see with the Corsos, we're kind of like going the same way as the bullies.
Yeah, it is. It's going to shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, you're going the same way. People, it's something that they see that they want that's not it's not within the breed standard. They want it bad. They'll make a move to get it.
Yeah. And besides just go ahead, sorry.
Because it's a selling point. If I got the biggest, this person in Arkansas got the biggest Corsos in Arkansas, people they're gonna go over there because that's what they want. They don't know no better. They just want the biggest one.
Right. And then you got a lot of help. You got a lot of in the Corso world, I noticed it's a big division between the old guard and then the new people coming up. And then you got the health testing and the people against the people that are not health testing. You got dogs dropping dead. You got all you got people bringing in the colors, the merles, and all this stuff.
Hey, listen, you want a dog that can be within the standard with the total package. Health is the first thing. You cannot do nothing with a dog that's not healthy. If the dog has a bad heart, if he has severe eye problems, if he has hips and elbow problems, he's going to pass that on. If the angulation is off, he got easty-westy. There's certain flaws that a dog can have that you can get away with and breed and make it better, the next product better. But when you have disqualifying faults or serious faults, that's why you got to study the breed standard. All of us that want to be buy a Corso, breed a Corso, you got to study the breed standard because you'll know. Once you study that, you will know. Without a shadow of a doubt. You will know. This is what I'm looking for. And if you breed somebody if you buy from somebody that's ethical and they trying to do things the right way, and you tell them, look, man, I'm going to show the dog, they know that dog is going to the show with their name attached to it. It's in my best interest to sell you the right dog because that dog gonna be at the show. I don't want that dog to get disqualified. My first show in Dallas, there was a guy named Jason. No cap. The man had paid $13,000 for a dog.
Woo.
Do you hear me?
Yeah.
Beautiful dog. Beautiful. Came in. I swore he was gonna kick ass. Got in front of the judge, at these shows, you got to be able to show teeth, right? Show the dog teeth to make sure that the dog has the proper bite. He had issues showing teeth. That's a skill set. I thought it was the dog until recently. It's a skill set to be able to show the teeth. So when they finally got the teeth showed on the dog, the judge DQ or disqualified the dog, $13,000. Do you know there were people at the show that had paid $2,500 for their dog and they kicked that $13,000 dog ass?
Yeah.
He didn't know what to look for when he bought the dog. That's $13,000 down the drain. There's nothing you can do with it. You can't show it. You can't breed it. There's nothing. The dog had what is called a crossbite. A crossbite, the teeth crosses over each other like an X.
Right.
In the Rockwell world, that particular bite is nothing you can do with it. That's $13,000 down the drain. So you can pay a lot of money for a dog, but if it ain't the right dog, you still spinning your wheel.
Right.
There are certain dogs you can get deals on. That dog, Kano Daddy, came out of Louisiana. Folks were going through a divorce. That dog was already 2 years old, and the man purchased that dog for fucking $700. No cap.
Yeah.
And he's the direct son of Steen Hosselaxi, who was I think 2017 top breeder in the world. People have issues. They go through divorces, people die, they get old, they have health problems. And if you're in the game, somebody come to you, like I was telling you, the brother that got the dog that they gave to him free, that was out on the farm killing coyotes, and all of that, you got the dog free.
Okay. So for it's like so they some notes I took down is to know the standards, staying educated, and other things you're going on. How do you set up? How do you prepare when you building a kennel? Do you are you going to get your money right to buy several dogs, or are you going to stay with this female and just go from there, or a couple females?
Here's what there are several ways that you can do your kennel. I always tell people, if you're renting from somebody and you're going to be renting for the long term, or if you have your own property, pour you some concrete. You need some concrete. That's number one. You need concrete is going to help you in a lot of ways. It's easy to clean. When it comes down to these bigger dogs, if you're not used to clipping toenails and their nails have to be clipped so that they don't have arthritis, that concrete will help. I don't even have to clip my dog's nails. I just rotate them on the concrete, let them be on the concrete for a couple of weeks and rotate them out. So there's some dogs I have on the ground, there's some on concrete, and there's some on wood platforms, okay? When it comes down to kennels, do not go out and get that flimsy chain link kennel that you get at Tractor Supply. Them dogs I got dogs, my dogs would tear holes through that. I have to use something heavy like the retriever kennels. You get the retriever kennels from Tractor Supply, they are about, they wind up be expecting to pay $500 for them.
Yeah. You
get 6 panels. It's a 10 by 5 by 6, 5 feet wide, 10 feet long, 6 feet high. You can buy 2 additional panels for like $120 something or something like that. You could turn it into a 10 by 10. When you do your feeding, if you can feed your dogs elevated, you want to feed your dog elevated, it helps with angulation and structure. And dogs have their head down and they going down, eating and drinking all the time. It does not help with angulation and structure. When you're showing your dog and you're taking pictures, you want your dog to have the head up, chest out. You want to be able to see all the definition from the front and the back, and the side, I mean. And if you got a dog that's all the time with his head down, you're not going to see that definition. Those dogs that I have out there now, the 2 puppies, they are doing this to eat. Okay? They're going to be able to stand like this with head up and chest out. So they have a Tractor Supply, these hanging racks. You want to do that.
The feeders,
hang, yeah, those feeders, they are real good. Automatic feeders is all right as long as you can monitor and make sure that the dog is not eating excessively. Some dogs, they do good with automatic feeders. Some dogs don't, you know.
I don't use mine until I go out of town.
Yeah, a lot of people when they go out of town.
I got a couple dogs that's I can't leave them with automatic.
Right. You can't leave them out. And then okay, so let me talk about these puppies. I don't care where you get a puppy from. You need to have room and space to isolate your puppy. You're going to isolate, when you get your puppy, you're isolating your puppy for about 14 days. That puppy should not be able to get on the ground, to dig up anything, to get anything in his mouth. You don't want to mix the dog with any other dogs, okay? You want to isolate that puppy. I got a puppy the other day I took, and I let the lady that I do her yard hold a puppy, and she got her a puppy that's an American Bully mix. And she was like, "You want to play with son?" I said, "No, man. That dog can't do no playing with nobody." Because you don't know what that puppy has. You don't know. And I'm going to tell you this, because I want to speak to, I don't know whether Lieutenant Price is on. My brother, that's the lieutenant with the Palm Beach Police Department, who owns the Boars, and he's having trouble with the vets around here. Let me tell y'all something about these vets. I deal with vets all over the country. All of them get it wrong. You hear me? All of them get it wrong. Let me show you what I got. Breeders won't talk about this, but I'm gonna show you what I got right here. this medicine, it don't look like it's gone bad, but it's gone bad. You see what that is?
Yeah.
Okay. This is some antibiotic that I got. No, this is the man. I got some antibiotics here somewhere. I think it's over there in that case. But I had a client came and got a dog from me. And he got the dog. He said he had the dog for several days. He said, man, the dog is not, the dog is motherfucker not eating. You know, da. So I said, okay. I said, bring the dog to me. They got so many days to take their dog to the vet. When he took the dog to the vet, and he said, man, I went to the vet. My wife went to the vet. He said that they said that the dog got heartworms and parvo. Now think about this. I want y'all to think clearly. Now, for us as breeders, if we ever hear parvo, it's a red flag. We got them and our antennas go up, we go fucking haywire. Mm-hmm. Right? Parvo is deadly.
Yeah.
So I said to him, I said, brother, bring me the dog. This is what you got to think about if you're going to breed. There are certain times that either it may be something on your end, it may be something on the person that getting the dog in. Sometimes you have to take a dog back, maybe temporarily, maybe permanently. So I said, I said to the guy, I said, bring me the dog. He brought me the dog. On this side, we're blessed to have two houses. This is a full house on this side. I'm using this bedroom as an office. There's a full kitchen with tile on it. If I ever have a dog that's sick, I have areas that, depending on the size of the dog, I can isolate the dog. Mm-hmm. I could study the dog, I could run my own tests. Okay. So I got the dog back. I isolated the dog off to itself. And I started to monitor the dog. No diarrhea at all. No diarrhea whatsoever. No throwing up, no vomiting. He was very choosy about what he was willing to eat. The guy said, man, if you could, Muhammad, if you could fix him up, we want the dog. We definitely want the dog. So I'm like, I just had 3 litters. We ain't had no issues. I know everywhere this dog has been. We had no issues. So what I did was I said, okay, let me go. I'm gonna go see the vet myself. I went. I said, well, so-and-so. And so-and-so. I said, yeah, that's okay. Give me the medicine. So I got the medicine. Bruh, I never administered the medicine to the dog. Vets get it wrong all the time. I want you all to understand. Most of these vets have been in the game. Just because you got a vet, oh, my vet been doing this for 30 years, that don't mean shit. You know why it don't mean nothing? Because most of these vets are functioning off of information they got 20, 30 years ago. The test kit that you use, do you know there are different parvo test kits? That there are some that are cheap, there are some that are sensitive, there are some that give a false reading. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I know what the signs of parvo is. If a dog is not, in order to test for parvo, the dog got to be shedding. You look at that dog, the dog is showing no signs of shedding. You tell me how the hell you get a test out for him. Mm-hmm. It was a false fucking reading. Right. Do you all know in Arkansas?
I'm sorry.
That they have now a 3rd strain of parvo.
Oh yeah, I know. Now, yeah.
Now, they just did. They do a convention in Arkansas once a year, right? Mm-hmm. That once a year when they do that convention, they bring all of these vets together that have all of this knowledge and all of this stuff that they done had for 20, 30 years, and they go over. They have a syllabus and they go over so much. Do you know that they never touched the subject of the 3rd strain of parvo? None of the vets dealt with it last year. at all at the conference.